I ended up doing this joke. I had a very dear friend that helped me out a lot. His name was Pat Henry. I don't know if you remember Pat Henry. Pat Henry was Frank Sinatra's comic for years. He was his best friend. And there was not a better comic opening in front of a star than Pat Henry. And the most difficult thing in the world, believe me, is to open in front of a star. The Concord Hotel on a Saturday night, to open in front of a star, you took your life in your hands. Because Jews love to say who they walked out on. That was the activity. Oh, he was terrible. I walked out on him. Who do you have here? We have Yul Brynner, worst act ever at the Concord Hotel. Yul Brynner came out of King and I, and he came to entertain on a Sunday at the Concord Hotel. Sunday at the Concord Hotel. They said, you need a rehearsal? He said, I don't need a rehearsal. He shows up, he comes with the black shirt and the tight black pants, stood there, was handsome. He pulls a little chair out, sits on a little chair, takes out a balalaika, and in front of 3,000 Jews, starts playing Romanian folk songs. Then he started to play Russian folk songs. Those people couldn't wait to get the hell out of Russia. They don't want to be here. He was the worst act we ever had. That was the only four-door act we've ever had. But a couple married a lot of years. Wonderful couple. Wonderful wife, wonderful husband. Wife, good mother, very overweight. They sleep in the nude. Pitch black, dark, sleep in the nude. Middle of the night, woman has to go to the bathroom. Now you know, darling, we're all adults here. If you have to go to the bathroom, you don't have to put lights on. You could go when you sleep. Where a man has to do things, you can't just go. You know, you gotta walk and hangs and schlep and you gotta do things, you know. It's not a pet, you don't go, Herbie, let's go together. Okay. She walks into the bathroom. She doesn't know the toilet seat's up. She sits down with all her might. She forms a suction on this toilet. She calls for her husband. Herbie, you want to come in here? Her husband comes running in, sees his wife sitting on the toilet bowl, completely naked. He looks, he said, you woke me up to look at this? She said, I'm stuck. Okay, help me, just don't stand there. You're stuck? What are you going to do? He said, I'll call a plumber. I'm sitting here naked, you'll call a plumber? He said, I'm not stupid, you know. You'll take your arms and cover the top like this. I'll get my little yarmulke from the holidays. We'll cover the bottom with the little yarmulke. Go be a seat with there. I'll wait for the plumber. Plumber comes to the door. Husband says, come with me. There's something I'm dying to show you. Plumber walks in his bathroom, sees this woman sitting on the toilet bowl, completely naked, her arms like this, and the yarmulke goes on. Plumber says, this is what you're dying to show me? The plumber says, yeah. Do you think you can get my wife off the toilet bowl? The plumber says, that's easy. Getting a rabbi out of there. That's going to be the best.
She was honored by Ralph Edwards, This Is Your Life, 1954, I believe it was. My husband was in the Navy at that time, and we were living in Key West. We had just come back, it was just before Christmas, and we had just come back from our leave because David felt that he would go and take vacation before the holiday so the non-Jewish doctors could go on their holiday. And we got a call from Ralph Edwards, and he said that he would like us to come out to California with the children. We had 2 children at that time, and they were doing my mother's This Is Your Life. He was very specific that we could not let her know anything about this, and if she ever found out, like anybody else who was going to be on that show, they just couldn't do the show. Perfectly legitimate. So my mother was out in California. She had been with Eddie and Ida Cantor, who Eddie, I want to go back and tell you that story, but Eddie was doing his radio show, and he told his producer he needed to get away for the weekend. So his producer said, fine, I know a perfect place. We'll go up there, we'll register you on an assumed name. And they did, and they got to the dining room that Friday night, about 7:30, 7:45, and almost everyone had left, and they had their dinner, and they went to their accommodations, and the next morning they came down for breakfast, and the maitre d' comes over and says, how do you do, sir? How are you? Is there anything I can do? And he keeps frowning and looking at Eddie Cantor. And he said, you know, you really resemble Eddie Cantor. He said, well, I am. Well, the word got around all through the hotel, and when he came into lunch, the whole dining room was chanting his song that he started at the beginning of his radio show with, "We Want Cantor." Well, a great friendship developed between the Cantors and the Grossingers, and when Ida came east, she would come to the hotel besides her New York visit, and vice versa. So Eddie Cantor told her that he was taking her to dinner that night, and then they were going to see a preview of his new show. And of course they got to the theater and they knocked at the door. They opened the door, and there is Ralph Edwards, and he said, "This is your life, Jenny Grossinger."
Thank you, Elaine. Hope you had a wonderful evening and enjoyed the show tonight. Just to wrap up here a little bit, we're going to do the raffle. I do want to mention that everyone was given a brochure tonight, and if you have a story that you want to share with us online, if you have a computer and email, you can go to our website, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and go on the website. We'd love to hear from you.